Alrighty, welcome back. I bet you wasn't expecting this. I have Jesse in the house. He's going to become my new friend today. I met Jesse once before, and Jesse's come up with Dane with the LS engine in this Bugatti Hauler. I must introduce his wife, and your name is?
Andrea.
Andrea, and come to find out, Andrea's a mechanic.
Yes,
These guys fell in love over tires.
We did.
Good year.
Good year. There you go. It's a good year.
That's what you do with 365 used tires.
Yeah.
You make a rubber and call it a Goodyear.
Yeah.
So anyways, Jesse has said that he wants to put this LS engine in this thing and make it run. Dane, come on over for a sec. Colton is running and trying to help in every situation that he can. It's kind of unorganized right at the present moment because everybody's doing something. We want to show you what we're doing as we're doing it. But Dane is the guy that introduced me to the LS on Elvis. He kind of went through it that day with me. Jolene's mother was very impressed how you talked it through and explained it was good. And Jesse's going to do the exact same thing again today. Jesse has his own shop right there.
Atlantic Mobile Tuning.
Yes, and you have a website or
AtlanticMobileTuning.com.
Yeah.
So we specialize in remote tuning, LS swaps, wiring, Gen 5 LT, standalone tuning, pretty much anything to do with mobile tuning.
Diagnostics too.
You're wearing the shirt because you're supporting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hand in hands.
And she wants to give a hand on Jolene's Bugatti, but wiring it. So she knows something I don't. And that's good because I don't know everything at all, not even close. And Dane sells, you are a salesman, are you not?
Yeah.
He seems to be pretty good. He works by himself. He don't need anybody. He does his own deal.
Yeah.
What's Dane do?
I sell automotive equipment, or garage repair equipment and collision repair equipment.
Okay, so
for your tire changers, wheel balancers, frame racks, paint booths, anything you need in the shop
Yeah.
to fix a car, I sell it pretty much.
right on. And I think you'll get to know them more as we get going along. Maybe we'll ask questions as they're doing it. But basically, we spent all morning. I'm sweaty. Jesse's sweaty.
I'm sweaty.
She's sweaty. Sweaty.
Yeah.
It's warm. We hauled this thing out around the corner. Dane's got one tick up. He's the one who said put the dollies underneath the tires and get it turned around. So he's the man leading for today for employee of the day. He's leading so far.
I got the month, buddy.
Colton's got the month.
And I brought you my favorite tools.
There you go.
I don't know, man. But
Yeah, there you go.
there we go.
So basically, this is where we're at on the Bugatti Hauler, if you forget where we're at. And I want to tell you, I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate it.
Well, we're happy to be here. Excited to get going.
So I guess, yeah, we'll talk more. There's going to be so much content that, whatever. The LS engine is sitting in it, and that's basically all it's doing. I've got somewhat mocked up. It's somewhat mocked up. But what we're going to do is we're going to open the door up. We're going to take a real good look at the engine. And Jesse and Dane and his wife are going to try to get this thing running.
Running and driving.
Let's go. Did you hear that? That makes me smile. Anyway,
Running
so
and driving.
we got this door pulled open. If you can remember right, I was going to make steps going in there. Haven't got that done yet. Haven't got a lot of things done. I've got this tack shut, so we're just going to untack it, pull this off, and see the engine for the first time. Jesse, Dane, and his wife are going to look at it and play with it a little bit.
We're gonna get it going.
And as you go through things, if Jolene's filming, will you explain what they are and what they do? And
Of course.
just so everybody.
We'll try and go over it detailed so that everybody can understand what we're doing, the parts we're using, and maybe even where to get them.
And if you stay long enough, Jesse's got a wicked boat. He said he's already tried to sell it to me already.
No, you were trying to buy it.
It's wicked. Anyways, I'm going to cut this open. Where's me son? Come on over, son. Huh?
I got you.
Okay. Is that thing coming off?
Yeah.
Ha-ha, right outdoors, boys. Right outdoors. Watch your step, watch your step.
Watch this. I'll take my hands off this thing and go right to rust.
Oh,
okay.
he's a moisty fella. He's moist. You can sit anywhere behind that Jaguar if you like. He's
Less
moist.
than he
I
says.
don't take no words over the jaw on it. How's
I
that?
forget your name again, I'm sorry.
You can call me Andy if Andrea's too hard. to
Andrea.
remember. Yeah.
No, I just can't. I've just sometimes.
Andy.
How about the wife?
The wife.
Jesse's wife. How's
Jesse's wife.
that? Jesse's wife.
I don't mind at all.
Jesse's girl.
Jesse's girl. There we go.
Jesse's girl.
Colton, I'll give this to you, buddy.
So this comes off.
Yeah. I'll pull this sucker right out.
Let me,
I'm gonna. He tried to jump in it early, and I said, "You get out of there." He said, "We got videos to make."
Oh, it's heavy.
Hooked on something?
Hold on. Yeah.
No, it's the top of the barbecue.
Okay, I'm letting go.
Colton, yep. You want to take the end in there? We're going that way, are we? Okay.
Why not?
You got it? Yeah. Good. Now, I'll take this off. And then you can see transmission and everything. I'll go get a couple wrenches for us. We got them stuck in this building here, and the reason we got them stuck in here is because this is where the truck is. The Bugatti's over in the other shop.
13?
I'm going to try to clean and maybe do a little bit on that. Jesse and Jesse's girl and Dane are going to be here all weekend, so there's going to be lots going on. We'll film everything, or Jolene will film everything. Hopefully, we'll get a couple of days off. We'll get a lot of content going, and but you'll get to see what happens. So basically, they're going to take this cover off. I guess I made that cover to cover the transmission so they can see everything. It seems like it might be a fairly decent thing to work on. It's quite dirty, but...
Well, it's really wide open, so it's going to make it a lot
Better?
easier for us to work on. Typically, it's not that easy.
And if I haven't said yet, Jesse's girl is a mechanic. So if you're wondering why she's taking off the nuts, it's because that's what she does. Oh, I never thought about Jesse.
I wasn't sure where you were going with that one.
So I got a coffee for thing this morning. Just kind of I'm relaxing after sweating and stuff. Do we have a vacuum cleaner? Actually, I'm gonna go get a broom and just sweep that out a little bit. I just want to sweep that out a bit. Some dirty in there. You know what I mean?
You got it?
If they need anything, Colton, just run for them.
Listen, man, I already told him I don't want you to jog.
Perfect. Okay, is this bolted on here? No.
Here.
Should I put these back on?
Dane's gonna take the mic.
Put this on my hat. All right, so we kind of just laid everything out to show you guys what we're up to here. This is the intake manifold, some exhaust manifolds here, coil packs right here with the blue spark plug wires on them. I brought some stuff from home. These are fuel line quick connect hoses. We brought a little extra stuff just in case. We wanted to try and get as much progress as we could for Chad and Jolene. Here's the harness that Chad bought.
I just got to blow some shit out the
He got
top
me picked this
intake.
up online for him, so relatively inexpensive. It's pretty much plug and play if you have a little bit of experience. Our goal is, I think, to teach Chad sort of that it's not too scary to do an LS swap, and that maybe he can do his own someday, or Colton and him can do their own someday. This is the computer that runs the engine. This is the gas pedal, so it's an electronic gas pedal, which Chad actually asked me for this because where you're sitting way up front, we just wanted to extend wires rather than having cables and linkages and all that kind of stuff. We brought a transmission cooler in case Chad didn't have one, fuel pump, fuel filter and regulator, a couple extra supplies, hose clamps. Yeah, so we'll kind of get into it and try to show you guys where everything goes, what its purpose is as we go along, right?
Awesome.
Running enough that we could like do, show that the engine's good, and then that we got it running, and then worry about like tidying everything up later, right?
Yeah.
I think. That sensor there.
Do that stuff here.
What's that?
You guys don't use grinders, do that stuff here.
To do what?
Wire and stuff.
No, not really, no. I hope not. Hope not. Is this the upper rad connection? It must be, eh? And that's the lower?
I guess, yeah.
That's going to be tricky.
Move the air out.
What's that?
Like for air, you mean? Or?
Well, unless we take the fan off, but this has to go to there. And
Oh, for rubbing it.
yeah. Oh, doorbell's going on.
Where did you put that?
There's another one there too, if you want to grab that one. Let's see. Oh, we might be able to make that work.
That actually might work.
That might actually be okay, yeah. Is this one a lower? No, it's too small to be a lower. The lower we actually just need like a 90.
I want to say these are the exact same. We could probably
Yeah.
cut this.
I think it's this wrong diameter. Brought some, I did bring some lower rat house pieces, but I don't know how much I have.
I think we did get some from inside.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah. There's just the
If you want to check that and see if it fits.
Okay. This one never dies. It's crazy. Also, your rats and stuff there, do open up a little station to charge things.
What's
Set
that?
up a little station that can charge all your batteries and
Ah,
stuff.
it's okay. I didn't bring my charger. I got a couple batteries. Got to get right in there.
Yeah, it's kind of get to the percent.
I think that's too big of diameter, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I'll be right back. Just 1 second, Andrea. You guys got any more rad hose pieces around in the shop? Take a look around, yeah. Okay. We just need a short piece. Yeah.
It's going to be weird because you have to, like, you know how usually that plastic piece goes on the rad? You're just going over top of it.
Yeah, this is the heater hose bypass, so that'll definitely work for the little on the water pump there.
Yeah.
So that'll be good. We can throw that on there. Yeah,
Want me to actually do this up?
you might as well if you're in there. Yeah, you need 8 mil.
Yeah.
Watch your head on those things, eh?
What's that?
Just watch your head on those sharp things.
Yeah. Should have helmets on.
There you go. Do you want to put this mic on her? Okay. I'm just gonna set it here for now.
We'll just back off and let's devise a plan here that we think is going to work, and we'll see what parts we got to work with, and then we can make sure that we got everything to actually go all the way here.
Sounds good.
So I'm thinking that I'm going to have Andrea work with me, and then I'm going to put you on fuel system, just because I know that you've done that before and you're familiar with it. And I think I'm going to put you on transmission stuff too. So transmission lines, cooler. Just try.
Look at the drive shaft here.
Yeah, look at the drive shaft. I'm going to work on wiring with Andrea and getting the intake on, getting all that stuff on, and then we'll kind of see how it goes from there, and we'll just, I guess, start bolting parts on.
Anyway, we can jack this up at all if I kind of crawl under it.
Yeah, we probably can. We can jack over and get it.
I don't know. You seen the size of his shoes?
Yeah, I don't want to. 13. stuff like this stuff where it's all rusty and crusty?
I was gonna say, do you have any paint or some stuff or some bar saw we can clean it up?
Is there a way, like, for me to clean that and make that look nice?
It's too hard. So what we would do is you swap to, there's a newer style coil off like a Gen 4, which is just a coil that sits in the bracket, and they're a lot more visually appealing. So
I can acquire that after we get the things
this is all, so what we're trying to do here today mostly for you is get this thing working and driving, and then once the project is done, that's when you're going to spend the time tinkering with the things that you want to upgrade. So 9 times out of 10 when people do this, they get caught up in the, I need the best of this, I need the best of that, and before they know it, they have a whole bunch of stuff that they don't know how it works, and it never actually gets put on the vehicle. So we're going to do it in the most basic way, and when we're done, you or Colton will be able to modify this in your own way by buying parts off an internet site and bolting them on. And that's what we're trying to give to you. So that anything you want to change after, make better.
That's the same advice as I'd give somebody else about doing a car. Like, let's get the car done, then buy the interior and the engine, all that stuff.
Don't try and reinvent the wheel. Keep it simple, Simon.
I will leave the building.
All right. So first thing I need here is I gotta clean this compressor, get this compressor going. We gotta clean all this stuff up. I just want to give everything a good blow here. Do you possibly have a vacuum just so we can? I just want to really.
I'm going in, man.
Get in there then.
For long or short?
Oh, it's a flip.
Eye for an eye.
Don't even miss that.
Yeah, we'll just spend a few minutes and get things tidied up here.
So yeah.
I put things away dirty, eh? Wow.
Cleanliness is next to godliness, right?
Is that right?
I
Yeah, if
guess
we
so
cut
they
it down,
say.
we might have to cut both sides down.
I should actually get a vacuum cleaner because Dane's going to want to be underneath of it. He's not going
Well,
to
then we'll just blow I'll use this to clean the floor.
And do you want to
We'll
try
blow
to get
out
it
the
up?
door.
Okay.
Now, this
What?
this fuel cell, what that stands to, has a place in there.
Especially if they're crawling around on top.
Oh, it does actually go in
It
there?
does have a 26. I have brackets that are here.
So we can put it in there.
Okay.
Like I would rather like have it where you want it and do it properly and.
Yep. There's a door. Hard to believe. Huh?
We'll make it work. That's pretty cool actually.
I wanted to have as much storage. Okay.
I'll take this.
Oh, there's a there.
Oh,
I should probably come off.
I don't need a hair transplant.
hey, you're losing all your new hair.
Is this torque converter and stuff hooked up? Take that off.
I do not think it is.
We gotta take that off.
I see there is a flex plate and stuff in there, so.
Yeah.
I don't think it's hooked up though.
I think you have valves in there.
No, it doesn't look like it's done out properly. We gotta put something on there.
That boy, took that hit.
That's twice now.
Coming in.
Just watch your eyes, okay? We have all, this thing has all the proper ones to, you have the,
Yeah, exactly. It has all the factory
that's the one for the rail. Because where's your fuel line? You should be able to braid these all onto your fuel line. That's all the fuel line you got?
No, I got this, but this will take forever to do all those connections, right?
Yeah, but
They're all AM connections.
this is going to be better. Like for whatever you want to do to that part for sure, but for the main fuel line from front to back, let's use that.
Yeah.
And then obviously you saw it's where it's got to go in the back there. It's a little bit, I think we're going to have to pull that transmission out too first and just verify everything just so we can be sure.
Anything you need us to do, like labor.
You guys can pull that if you want to. We got to take the trans off right now so we can verify that torque converter's bolted up. I don't see any dowels. Well, I don't see any dowels in the bell housing there either. So.
Yeah, do this. So what do we want first? Do we want to jack it up? Do we want to get
Yeah, no, we want it up so he can work, and then this is our next step over here. Yeah, that's definitely not in.
my glasses on.
And then maybe we need a step so that we can get into the Bugatti a bit, the Hauler, easy.
Might be a good idea too. So, where's your, you got that extender harness for the pedal, right?
It's there somewhere. I had it in my hand. I think it's with the harness right there, yeah.
This one? It's not very long, is it?
No, but you can make it long.
I don't think you can solder these, that's the whole point. Look at you can go out knots.
Where do you work at?
I work at OK Tire in Woodstock, New Brunswick.
And what's your gig? What are you best at?
I think I like diagnostics.
Diagnostics.
Yeah, so like check engine lights, ABS lights, that sort of stuff.
So you go to the computer?
The geeky stuff, yeah.
Oh, you do it bypass.
Yeah.
Change tires, obviously. You
Yeah.
change his tires.
Yeah.
She's being very humble right now. So she used to work at Legendary Motor Car, which is a very, yes.
That's where I started, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah.
she's very humble about it. But she was,
I gotta hear this story.
so she worked there a long time. Tell,
Legendary Motor.
that's a big deal.
Like
Yeah.
a time restoration shop, you know?
Yeah,
They almost do as good as work as I do.
pretty much. Close.
She's actually worked on Carroll Shelby's personal car. They did the restoration there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've done a lot of cool stuff. I was like 16 and driving around all those cars, learning 3 on the tree, all that stuff.
Tell them about how you backed a GT40 into a curb.
No.
Tell me something. What got you into it?
I like that story.
No, I applied to, so I was either going to go into like esthetician stuff or mechanics, and I chose mechanics and just went with it. Beauty, hair, nails, yeah. Yeah, so, yeah. Yeah, and then I just stuck with it, so.
And Legendary Motors for how long?
8 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
What made you leave there?
I had to get my license, and nothing was fuel injected. So I had to figure out how to work on all the fuel injected stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
And then I started working on like the new stuff, and I like it too. So I stuck with it.
So it's like nowadays, if you don't, like they say, if you don't get onto this AI shit, you're going to fall behind.
Well,
I don't even have a phone.
I think it really is now, is that things are changing so fast, you have to stay on the front of the curve or you do get left behind now because technology is part of everything we do.
Can AI do your job?
It cannot. So that's the whole point is, so AI is trained off the internet and all the information on the internet about tuning is mostly wrong. So when it gives you an answer, it won't be that of a professional's. So
AI can't do my job either.
No, and it can't tell you if there's a vacuum leak or the engine's knocking or if there's a problem. It doesn't know that. So it'll never replace guys like me and you who are actually there doing the job.
Right. I was just because this is computer stuff. I know that you can ask that AI stuff and it'll tell you things. Obviously.
I think in the future we're going to see it come a lot further, but right now, not a chance.
Yeah.
What is your favorite car that you did at Legendary?
A 1965 Shelby Cobra, hands down, my dream car.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aluminum body, real Cobra.
Yeah.
I hope you never get flat with this thing on the
You know, I was just thinking that, you know what we need? We need some of those Formula One jacks. You just hit a button and it jacks the truck up.
So what do you do is I have this going here, right? I'll be here, AM line from there to there, but the pump only has like carb fitting. You run.
So this is what I was telling you when you were buying this, was to make sure that you didn't do this.
There's probably something here like in no other stuff.
There won't be because that'll be a messed up thread.
Usually I just run.
What threads are those?
What's up?
What threads are those? This isn't even an ORB, eh?
No, but there might be something with Chad's goodies too.
Because yeah, that's a part that we might have to. No, those are the triple crimps again. We might have to just do it dipshit way. What are those?
Oh, those are the ones where if you want to hook a rubber hose for the fuel rail.
Well, can't you? Oh no, I guess that's the same problem, eh?
Actually, no. That will work on because I can go from here.
Well, no,
I can go
because
from this to the fuel pump with rubber line, but do this one the whole way with the nice fan stuff.
is that still going to get you hooked up to this stuff on the other
Because I'll
side?
just use rubber hoses with high pressure fuel lines.
Gotcha.
So I'll do that on there and then go to that. Yeah.
Beauty.
Dun,
You
dun.
guys ever put one of them in the shins?
Oh yeah.
Makes you tough.
Every time I hit one, it hits a little less.
Anything that hurts usually feels good, so it's usually worthwhile.
Well, I keep going on this. You guys want it up so high here?
We gotta like crawl around under there and do all kinds of stuff. So the more room you can give us, the better.
We'll go way into
Yeah.
So you're only gonna be able to go so high too because you're gonna touch in the front too. So
I can see it from underneath. We're so good.
I have to remember what's going on.
so what we're gonna have to do here is,
Pull that bad boy.
yeah, we gotta, or at least just unhook it and set it back so we can see what's going on.
Yeah, we'll get the back underneath it.
Yeah.
Put a piece of wood underneath this pan.
And then once you verify that, we can just
Verify.
start building.
Getting close.
You know, on that simple. Jackson.
That's probably good.
Where are you going?
These are as high
sorry.
as they go anyway.
steering box for the truck.
These ones are not near long enough. You're talking about put,
5-ton ones in there too. I go grab them instead.
are they
Is there
taller?
bigger ones?
I would rather jack up to the axle than any of this, just in case.
On the rear end.
Yeah.
Look at some big ones.
This is the steering box, or the steering pump that's being used on. It's got a hydraulic steering on it. I had it mounted in the truck before, but I never had this piece right here where it had the shaft on the end of it, which give me the steering wheel. I never had the steering wheel part. Jolene found it on the computer,
Pardon?
took the number off it,
You might have to use this saw.
and got this piece sent to us by Amazon. Hard to believe, but now we have that piece on there. Now I can, if you want to come to the front, just watch my coffee there. You can see a little T bracket right there. If you want to go back that way. Look at that now, would you? Looks like a Christmas tree. Spaghetti. Nothing to it, eh? So you can see that little T bracket there? This bolts to that T bracket. The T goes right through there. And then that gives me my steering. So I'm back on the two. I get up in my head. Anyways, that goes in there, and that'll give me my steering wheel on the end of that shaft. Put a pair of vice grips or something on it for now. The old head's taking a beating right now. So that's a good thing. We'll put that back on. I'll get a broom to sweep that.
Ever what?
Here, maybe connected before.
Made them? No.
Yeah, guys, bring that. You want to bring that thing down on the stand slowly? Should I spin that one around? Is that okay?
I just leave it like that for now. No, we're gonna need that. We're gonna need that.
Come down real close. I can really adjust if I have to.
Nope. Not really.
No? Okay, right.
It's on there now, ain't it?
We should probably chalk the front wheel
Now.
as well.
You gotta pull that transmission back. I can get that out of the way. so many things going on in my brain right at the present moment, but. Where did I put the end? There it is. Aha! There it is. I'm gonna get a piece of wood for the end of that jack. And then
I just put one under the wheel there if you need it.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna get a piece of wood for that jack and put underneath that transmission.
Where's your battery?
Huh?
Where's your battery go?
Oh, this don't need a battery.
Everyone hopes and dreams, Chad.
I'm gonna go get a battery.
Where do you think you're gonna put it? Hopes and dreams. Hey, where do you think you're gonna end up putting it?
Nice.
There you go. I don't got wheels on it.
Where do you think you want to put the battery? Just so I know a general
It'll be
area.
better than nothing under
Good
there.
place to boost. Easy place to boost. Like, it could be, to be honest with you, like, right there.
Yeah?
Right there. Like, it could
So you're just gonna do like a battery box there or something?
probably be better in there, would it not?
It really doesn't matter. So
Well, it'd be nice, like, all my cars, when they're done, and I don't use them, they need to be charged. Or
trickle charge, yeah.
whatever. I just like to get that, be able to get out something.
So what I normally
Actually,
do with that for
I might be
charging is
better.
you get some welding cables and you buy the terminal ends and you put them in the back of the bumper somewhere. So when you're
Yeah.
done, you charge it at the back. So you just run the wires there. You run two leads out,
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
just like welding prongs.
So I put a battery in there.
Yeah.
And just drill a hole.
All right. Do you have a hole saw so we can? We're gonna have to come through here somewhere. And that's one thing we got to get to, Dane, is battery cables.
Yep.
Yeah, we can make some.
We forgot about that.
You can put that on the table, Dane, if you want.
Okay, so I'm gonna call this the battery box.
Let's go get these.
Where's the battery going?
Battery's going in this box here.
Okay.
So we're just gonna have to grab a hole saw and send her on through. I'm just trying right now to decide where we're gonna mount it to make sure that our leads are long enough to reach the front for the gas pedal and stuff.
Right.
And then, yeah, can you go through on the other side there and just shimmy this down for me?
Yeah. Can I step up, like,
Yep.
Onto
I
this?
think you can. I'm pretty sure Chad stepped on it.
yeah?
That door can be flopped up.
And I can step on it?
Yeah.
Or do you want me just to monkey it?
Yep.
So I've never done the A-N-line connection like this before. So do you put the O-ring on here? So
What is it?
I want to connect this to here, right? And we're gonna make this hose run all the way down to the back of the car.
Where's the fitting for this?
Right here.
Okay, so this, you have to separate these a little bit, and then that O-ring, I never use them.
Okay.
So this
Does
obviously,
that little tape thing come off? Or
yeah,
no?
you're supposed to, and then the taper, see how it has a rubber line,
Yeah.
and then it's the flare. So you want
Yes.
to make sure
Yeah,
that
painless are good.
this ball socket here goes in between the two layers, and this one goes inside.
Supposed to be.
And then take
So
it all off.
when you're doing this,
Is
what
it
it's going to
true?
do is create
Yeah, no,
a
it
crimp
is. Everything's
connection where it's going
labeled.
to start
They're not
flaring
bad.
the outside out, and then that's going to actually tighten it in there.
Okay.
So just make sure that when you do this, I usually will take a small pick or something and just loosen it and make sure that goes in, because if you don't set them, see how on the inside there's that lip?
Yeah.
You have to make sure that this is set all the way to the inside of there.
You shove this on before we take this tape off.
No, because
gonna flare.
yeah, you don't want the tape inside there. It's a fuel line connection, so you want to make sure that you take time and make sure it's correct. But it will, usually what I'll do is find your line cutters and just cut that off. And save that piece of tape, so when you cut the next one, you can use that piece of tape to put on the, then it doesn't get all, you know what I mean. Okay. Man, I'm really hot. Okay. I would like the PCM to be, huh? I would like to have the PCM.
We gotta get that transmission up.
Yeah, I'm ready to go here. I'm gonna start doing the wiring in the battery box here while you guys kind of putter with that.
And you want something to make a hole.
I'm gonna need you to give me something to, probably this size. Do you have a hole saw kit? So this is gonna fit right into your sheet metal and be a nice little, no worrying about cutting wires
So-
or, I would like to come from maybe the back side here if we can.
Does that go into that? Check it out. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
okay. Good. I don't know.
So I'm
It's been a while.
thinking like kind of coming through right here, and then the PCM will be mounted in here also, and the battery and everything all together. You like?
I do. That's all okay.
Okay. So, can you just pull this stuff up there, Boo? And I'm just trying to...
Should I run and go find your whole saw kit? Or should I do the transmission, try to get that off?
You should do the transmission and I'll find the whole saw kit.
It's over there somewhere. Do you know where the whole saw kit is? It'll just be a minute.
Oh, no worries. No hurry.
We'll do the best we can as fast. That's all we ever do.
Are you gonna get that? Or is it gonna be a major pain in your ass?
Rubber hose, but I didn't even have enough rubber hose to do the whole thing, so.
Well, we can... Is there a parts store around here?
Yeah, I think there is. Like,
Chad, where's your closest parts store? How far is that?
they'll deliver
Yeah?
here, yeah.
Well, do you want to just get some high
Yeah, I
pressure
think
fuel lines?
instead of like spending a whole day just doing these AN connections, I think we'll run with rubber hose with nice hose clamps and barb fittings, and then that way it just gets us speeding along faster with the fuel system, right?
Yes.
So,
Well,
unless you already have some fuel
That's the
hose.
stuff we should be using though?
I would prefer... I personally would prefer to use that.
Yeah.
Like, I know that it's gonna
Take some
take...
time, yeah.
I'm okay with
Teach
that.
my son how to do it.
Okay, I would...
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Because I would prefer us to take the time and just do that part right, and it's the same with the wiring. I would rather have it done right, done once, than done proper.
And things are going good. You want that at Yes, thank you.
What's up?
Jesse's girl.
Jesse's girl, you named her.
Yeah.
Everybody does have
Yeah, that one should be pretty close.
I brought you the corded drilling too if you want to use that.
Yeah, no, whatever you got.
I think it's fine. Colton, will you step up inside this bad boy and get a wrench on those or a socket on those size transmission? Well, I would say we're 5/8. I'll go get a wrench. 5/8, 9. Grab a 9/16.
You can use our tools if you want. There's a socket set right there. Just grab what you need.
And I can grab it through.
Teamwork makes the dream work, man.
You have a 9/16 in here?
No, it's going to be a 14 mil.
Look at that. You guys got your gun tools here. On and off. I like that. I need a set like that. On and off. Nothing would break then. You want me to hop in there yet? Sure.
Yeah.
Grab the steps here. Let's make all this easy. That'd be a fantastic thing. That'd be a fantastic thing.
You got a drill?
Yeah.
I do.
No, he grabbed me one already, I think.
Grab you one?
I thought he did.
I'll go grab it. Once I'm up here, I'm up here.
Okay, so corner of our thing. So we're just going to make sure that when we're doing this, that we're not going to drill into anything on the backside.
Do you want, like, should we punch it maybe from this side, or like how are you?
So I'm going to drill from the inside this way, but
Okay.
anytime you're drilling a hole saw or anything, you're always going to want to make sure that there's nothing on the backside you're drilling into.
Good point.
That'd be nice, yeah. Put your hand there and say, that's come through.
That's happened a time or two. Thank you, sir.
And you have a Ford in here?
I'll get her. You get on your transmission.
Get on your,
Keeping you at work.
get a baggie bag. We're not going to bag those. We're not going back in. But when you start pulling that off, that transmission, that's what I'm saying. Is it on the dowels?
I don't think there is dowels there. I don't see them like on the side.
Okay, so it's just going to fall then.
So
No,
usually,
it's not on the mount.
is there a dowel in
Here's
here?
a square stock going across there. It's not going to fall.
No, there is a dowel in there, but
Take a look here. No, come take a look, Johnny, if you want to see. This is when we're taking the transmission of this bad boy right at the present moment. You see the square stock and poking at his feet, so it's only going to go so far. If I keep pressure on this gas, it should be fine. Right? Not hurt anything, I don't think. It should be an easy deal. Hoping, I'm just going to get this bit back.
all right. First, I want to verify that this. Perfect.
the person ants in your pants? Do you have a drill bit?
I do, but it's not great.
Okay, you're in.
Do you want to drill
Do
it?
you want me to drill it?
If you want to.
No.
I feel like you're the metal guy. You're the metal guy.
That's what he wants me to do.
I know what's gonna happen.
Is there some around the bottom of that boy too?
Go over to the shop there, and because I usually do that too. You clamp this and just friggin'.
I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'll run this.
Perfect. Oh, that's what I'm saying. He called you that on camera. So you think it's that's what he said. Oh, well. But I didn't. I wanted to be good.
I just want to be good.
No, I wanted to be running and working properly. Yes. No. Well, that's what I said. If you have a question, just ask. Because I would. I want it all to be good. Good. Not okay. Good.
Is it too low?
That's not gonna work.
Why?
I didn't put that hole. I knew something was going on there. I hid something.
Go through the other side. It's 2 sheets, 2 levels.
Is that what I got going on?
It's gotta be.
It's gotta be.
It has to be.
I gotta get a deal. I gotta look at this.
You have 2
What's going on, Mr.
Where's 2
Hills?
magnets? Put them together and see if they push each other away. Then you'll know if it's the same one. I want to say that's just another
I think I
layer.
got all the bolts out of this if you guys want to. I mean, I can pull it right out like this.
Because you hung that on the outside and then you have another panel on the inside.
Okay. And it just goes through again, yeah?
Yeah, it's a double. I thought that's what was going on. Okay. Or do you want to put this in there and connect it? There's the bolts. Just hook it up to the PCM.
There you go.
More speed. Faster.
See, when I work it, I do like dirt bike.
Full speed.
What do we at for time? 42. So basically what I'm asking Jolene for time is because we're going to do the hour. And then we'll do it again, be honest with you. We'll get some. Oh, well, we're getting somewhere now, but I just want to,
Well, that's kind of what we thought is we would like do this and then we would kind of flash to the end with like, this is here you go type thing. Not the full end, but you know what I mean?
show mistakes. There's so much work that there's so much content here, I feel like everybody
Well,
wants to see.
what parts do you want to focus on the most for us? Okay.
We'll pull this off. Yeah.
Just so we know.
Okay. What do you think you can hold that?
What? It says blue.
I need something to try it.
You can't mess it up. Yeah, and just when you go to set these in, I always just make sure.
No dirt.
Well, a lot of times these PCMs will have a problem where they're corroded and stuff like that, and people will never look in the end and check the pins. So you'll get in a situation where you go to put these in and you'll have bad contacts in here. So it's always good just to make sure that the pins aren't bent, make sure they're straight, verify your connector's good, you don't see any corrosion, you don't see any melted holes.
What do you do when you see the corrosion or melted holes?
So typically I'll go in and try and wire brush it and then dielectric it. But if this side of the plug is damaged or melted, it can be a little more complicated. You would have to unpin this and replace that.
Okay, so do you want dielectrical grease before you put that together?
This one is all brand new and everything is perfectly clean in here, and we still have brand new seals on here, so I'm going to call this new. It's in great shape.
Awesome. I'm going to go in here and lift the transmission back to the back. Oh, it's hot. It's a small pass here.
It's humid.
Small pass. This is Jesse's girl. I'm going to go in and pick up the transmission in the back. Do you want to do the jack? Or I Colton picks up the front?
Yeah, no problem.
I'm going to do this back.
The old heap ho.
Well, the transmission's got to be picked up 1.5 inches in the back just to get it over this mount. But basically it shouldn't fall because it's, I don't want to take it back too far, Colton, because you got a piece of square stuff.
No, I think you're going to be pretty good there.
Are we ready?
Oh, you're moving. Actually, hold on a sec here. I'm going to move this jack to the engine because it's dropping down. And then that should help you guys.
Yeah, can you pick that up? Yeah.
There, now you should be able to wiggle that right off. Okay, hold on one sec. Pry bar.
Keep wiggling a bit.
Okay, hold on one sec. Let me get a pry bar for here because we don't want to turn this too much. So this is a common mistake people make is they'll start doing this and this dowel is still in there and if you pry this too far, it'll bust the corner of this right off. It's a common mistake people make. Just to pry this apart because if that dowel doesn't separate, it will actually crack the corner of it off.
We don't want to do that.
No, sometimes brute force is not the answer.
You know how I learned not to do it again?
By me breaking it, yeah. So just any bar, like a big flat that we can get in there, just to...
Jeez, I haven't got things welded up down here yet.
Come on, Chad.
Anyone got the wrench up there?
Oh, you need the 7 mil. I put the socket 7 mil there for you.
I need a ratchet.
Oh,
Just right
okay.
there.
Where is it? I didn't know you were so aerobatic.
Who's that?
You.
Oh, man.
It's like Kama Sutra or something down there.
What's Kama Sutra?
I don't know if I can talk about it.
Okay. Well, let me know. This is one of those Ripley believe it or not cars.
Yeah?
Who the hell would think to believe something built like this?
I don't know. I think it's really cool.
Believe it or not.
It's something so different that you'll never see another one.
There you go.
That's what makes it cool.
I'm not sure if it'll ever haul Johnny's Bugatti down the road on a trailer or not, but
Yeah, well,
it's a dream.
it's not a dream. You made it reality, so you know it's going to happen.
That'd be wicked.
If it wasn't going to happen, we wouldn't even be looking at it. So,
You should have banged a screwdriver over. You probably got
well, I don't have a big screwdriver either. To
You still over there?
that'll do.
Looking for a pick. Dane needed a pick, so.
All right, now you get back in there.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Assume the position. You know you're supposed to use the ladder the other way, eh?
Step on a square tube in the best I can. Huh? That way? Step on a square tube in the best. Head on that.
Yeah, watch that friggin' thing here, man.
Woo-hoo! I took the skin off when I...
Ask your dad. Okay, can you go back to the other way, Chad, like to the passenger side? I just want to try and get this in there a little bit.
Why is it way off here for some reason?
No, well, we're really turned right now. There you go.
We're off.
Okay, so now, do you have another jack just so we can lift that trans up and because once we pull it off that piece of steel, it's going to want to drop,
Is
right?
the engine good where it's at?
Yeah,
Okay.
the jack's
So
holding
you
it
want
up.
I'm just straightening it up, Dan. That's all. Just straighten it
Don't
up.
pull that off yet.
I know, just straighten it up.
Jack, so,
Okay, so
I'm
we-
going to go get one.
Well, here's the thing though. So I can see our converters in there. I'm just going to try and spin it by hand here. It does seem like it's set all the way back. It's about 7/8.
Well, we did have it together, so let's
So-
jam the pump.
No, well, that's what I was just checking. So there's 3 spots where the torque converter goes in, which I'm sure you know. So you can always tell by it being 7/8 back in the bell housing. And right now it's about,
How do you tell that?
see this distance from here to the block is 7/8 of an inch. And if you look inside, you can see that the torque converter is about that far back, but you always want to spin it and verify that it is slid into the pump. If you try to bolt this up without that being all the way in, you'll get it to about 2 millimeters from the block. And then when you go to start tightening it, it'll break the pump in the transmission.
That's what you were just talking about, breaking the pump at, aren't you?
Yeah.
So I hope it didn't.
No, it's definitely in all the way. So all we're going to do now is we're just going to clean up the dowels and stuff and reinstall this because everything does seem to be there. We have all our flex plate bolts are in there. So we're good to just put it back in.
Set it back on right now?
No, so I just want to clean up these dowels and stuff.
I can
So
do that for you. Yeah, tell me.
You want them to, yeah, you want them to be tight, but you don't want to have to be like what you guys were doing, because that's when you get in a scenario where something gets busted off, and like I've seen it before, the corner of a block break right off, someone doing that. So pulled on the tranny this way, and it broke the corner of the block right off.
Wow. So 7/8
is the distance from the block face here where the transmission bolts to the back of the flex plate.
okay.
And that's the same distance you're looking for from the front of the tranny to the back of the torque converter bolt.
Gotcha.
Just if you ever want
You
to
think
measure.
it's all good?
Visually, it looks good.
Okay.
It's definitely back far enough. And like I said, I'm going to get in there and give her a whirl too. And how old are you, Colton?
27.
Oh, just a young buck, eh?
Yeah.
I remember being 27.
Did you have fun?
It was a lot of fun yet. Can't talk about those years.
Right.
But that's how we got the experience we have now.
I'm just leaning out of them right now.
I know.
I'm on my way out. I'm retiring.
Well, you gotta remember, it's all experience that made you who you are today.
Okay.
I wouldn't take it away from who I was, that's for sure. Okay, so let's just see if we can slide this back just ever so much, and I just want to verify that that is all the way in. You're probably going to have to lift up a bit just because of that. Here, just put it on my foot. That's why I'm doing that.
I'm gonna keep the weight off it because that looks gnarly. You got steel toes on?
Yeah, my toes are steel.
Oh, jump. So you must have steel toe sneakers or something?
Yeah.
Get out of town,
No,
bro.
you're not.
You got no toes, do you? You lost your
I
toes.
lost them in an unfortunate transmission accident.
That's perfect right there, man. That kid, did you?
No.
You got two little
About
piggies.
to.
Peekaboo.
Piggies went to the market and never came back. And
Yeah, no.
Huh?
Well, the rule of thumb is you don't put your hand anywhere you wouldn't put your...
That's just it.
Life lessons.
I'd share one with you too. I share one with you too. But
Save those for later.
you just missed a good lesson, Dad.
Well, you never put your hands anywhere you wouldn't put your...
Right?
I have to remember that.
I failed.
Time go.
Can you, you want to stand on that side and I'll do this one? We'll work together?
Listen, I know how to work a piece of sandpaper. That's one thing I know how to do.
Show me.
Like the doctor told me, if you can wash your face, you can wash your balls.
Yeah, this is just one of those proactive things that can save you a lot of trouble. So when we go to bolt this up, it's not going to be hard to bolt on. We're not going to think there's any problems. Preparation. You plan for the worst?
Get the best.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Hope for the best.
Yeah, that's it.
Boy, I tell you, it's hot and humid in here.
Yeah, isn't it?
You're going to have to give me some of them Hilt shirts.
You sure will. 4X or 3X?
I'll take a medium.
That's all we got, isn't it?
All right, let's, do you have any type of any kind of grease, oil, anything, just so I can dab a little bit on these
Tell you right
pins?
there.
WD, you know what that stands for?
No.
Water displacement test number 40.
That's why I like something like I said. It holds water up. It holds water out, I guess. It's like,
So they designed it in the Second World War to keep the bombs from rusting.
I don't think there's anything in it, to be honest with you.
Trump's going to take WD-40 on us now. Keep the bombs from rusting.
Come on, what kind of show are you running here?
I'm running a flash show. That's what that was for, to keep the bombs from rusting?
That's literally what it was designed for.
Yeah.
Run!
It's like, what's it called? You know Roundup, the weed killer?
The weed killer.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, like that.
So that was designed, Buddy was trying to make laundry detergent. And he actually got mad and threw it out his window, and when he came out in the morning, all his lawn was dead.
Yeah.
Interesting
Poor
story.
guy, eh? You want to check this out, eh? This can right here only shoots upside down.
I think that one works on
That
it.
one works?
Don't point it at me.
Take one of some.
Not on me.
You'd be up.
Spray a little, see this little teat here in the middle?
Yeah.
So this is another thing that you want to watch is this peg right here, the converter is going to slide inside here.
And out.
And so that's another spot where people go to put this together and they hit a tough spot and then they just keep tightening and that's when damage happens. So spray a little bit of lube on that. You just want to make sure lube makes the world go round.
done that.
Yeah.
Makes things
wash
fit
the
too,
camera.
doesn't it?
Yes.
You get enough lube on that for
Oh, yeah.
6 days.
Well,
Well, we know he likes things wet.
makes things fit.
You said he was a wet guy.
Moist. Get it right.
Moist guy.
Moist.
All right,
Ready to put this
we're ready.
I gotta go back underneath there and put that bolt up.
All right.
All right, man, get down in there. Get in there. Come on.
Come on,
now.
what's the hold up?
Get down, Chad.
Hold that before.
Get down. God damn. Oh boy, here we go.
All right, wait. Before we go to do this,
Watch your
are
face.
these the only bolts we have for this?
Yep.
We need to do bolts then.
Well, these are not satisfactory, no.
We'll get someone to get it on, okay?
Well, we can't get it up there unless we have bolts.
Right.
We have one transmission bolt.
Okay, will that do until I get some?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll get back under. We'll put it on.
We'll just do the middle one here. So I got one.
Here we go.
What's
Put it
that
back
do?
on.
Just lift the top all the way up. Yep. I'll just let that go. And that's all we're gonna do
I
for now
found
until we.
actual transmission bolts.
Oh, nice.
Woo!
Look at that.
Ah. Yeah.
I don't. Do we need torque converter bolts?
Yes, we do.
I like that. How you explain that to Colton. Very nice and calm, and remember, I like actually listening to the way you explain it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Here we go.
good.
Well, it's honestly easy because I really just love doing this stuff. Anyone that wants
What's your business name called again?
Pick that one up for you.
Atlantic Mobile Tuning.
Oh, I'm picking that up out of the back. I can't really.
Yeah, so we're actually gonna need Chad on that. Or let's drop this jack now and move it back over to the trans because we know we can let that engine down a bit. You want to work that for us?
Sure. So you want me to move it back to the?
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
No, these are metric. So
Look at that.
yeah, you're probably not gonna have these.
No.
This will be like parts store. We can buy them, or we have enough, I think, to get by here. But yeah, everything on an LS motor is metric.
Yeah.
Maybe we should start a list of like stuff that
We do list too.
maybe we want to change down the road if you
Maybe
want.
we'll get a piece of Bristol board.
See, this is why I love you.
Piece of Bristol board is our favorite.
Yeah, we'll get these Bristol.
And we'll
Organized.
get a piece of
Organized.
Bristol board and we'll get a little magnet.
Do I have the jack where you guys need it?
Legendary motorsport. Get a list.
Get a list.
It's true. Learn from the best.
Okay,
I brought
can
the
you
magnets.
jack that up a little bit, Andrea, on the engine? I just want to see if it's going to tilt this, close this
yes,
up
it
a
is.
bit. Okay, keep going a little. Whoa, whoa.
Take this away.
No, that's okay. So now we're going to start actually tightening these. Okay, can you grab me 15 mil?
Yeah.
No power tools for this.
Yeah, Andrea,
This is a by-hand interaction.
I don't use power tool. I don't know why I picked that
So
up.
that's another thing too. So people
Drill, get
will
that
come
away
to
from
people will come to tighten these up, Colton,
Huh?
with the power gun, and you'll put the power gun on here and it'll go pink.
Wait till break right off.
Bust it right
Oh yeah. You know,
So right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna work this side, work that side, and the lower bolts here, and we're gonna slowly bring this together and crimp it, right?
I've got a lower one, but
All right. So take one of these then, or do we have another one
I
of
got
those?
one here and I got one here.
I got
I
one
don't
lower.
have
We don't have one more transmission bolt by chance,
Let me have a look.
because that would be really handy. This isn't really one we want to use. Might be too
Wait,
long.
on this one yet?
Yes. Might be too long. The length on that one. Nope. You don't have another one?
This is all I got right now, but we're gonna have a look in a box that Dane brought.
It's the same one. Yeah, and you just want to remember when you're working with this stuff, never force it. If you're forcing it or you have to try hard, you're going to break it.
Something's going on. Right?
Something's wrong.
So I'm just gonna go right here. Eh?
Yep. Yeah, just tighten that one up slowly, and then if you can get the other one started. Yep, so don't go all the way. Now try and see if you can get the lower one in, because we want to
No
first
transfer,
tighten the
so-
bottom as we do it.
We have lots of bolts, but
Kitchen sink.
these ones are probably really
That was my nickname when I was a kid.
Kitchen sink?
Rinky-dink. Pissed in the kitchen sink.
Rinky dink.
Yeah, hickory ding, you know? Rinky-dink, pissed in the kitchen sink.
I'm not going to ask why.
Well, probably as a young person, he probably had a bath in the bathtub or in the sink, and probably pissed in the kitchen sink.
How you doing there?
She caught.
Nice.
So are you happy with all the transmission bolts, or should I write that on the list?
We actually have all of them except the one. Well, 2, I guess, but it would be nice to get a couple. Okay, you do your side the rest of the way?
might work.
Do your lower bolt?
I'll try it. Oh, it still works.
Oh, she got it.
Yeah.
Yep, and I'll tighten your top there.
Paul's your uncle. No, Paul's your regular.
Bob's your uncle.
Bob's your uncle. And Peter's your regular. Peter's your regular.
Uncle Bob's in town. Okay, so that's all good. Now we are going to go from the starter side hole, and we're going to put these torque converter bolts in, which really sucks.
They suck?
Yeah, it's not a fun time though.
Alright.
Apparently, Colton, the poop rolls downhill here.
One day I'll be good at it all. Once I get good at the bad things, you can't stop me.
That's how you become the master.
Yeah.
You hear that? Once I become good at the bad things, you can't stop me.
If I find joy in the things that suck, what's gonna suck? Nothing anymore.
Okay, cool. So, okay, so now, so what's going to happen now is you're going to have to come around this side and look in here. So we're going to have to turn the engine to where the bolt holes are, and then we're going to line the converter up.
Underneath, you think?
Yeah, you're going to have to, it's going to be easier probably for you to lay like somewhere here. And I'm going to crank the engine over for you probably.
Colton, I'll give you this mat if you want it. Lay on.
I'm usually used to roughing her anyway.
Maybe that's why you're so rough. Okay. Where did that big flat screwdriver go we had? Here she is. Okay, so you're going to want to be like over here looking this way. So I'm going to start turning this so you can see. And you're going to see a hole come up somewhere.
I see one right now.
Yeah, is it right at the top here?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we got to turn this torque converter.
She got a light showing so to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, where can I find your light?
Yeah. My little Met lights are right there. These handy ones.
Oh!
This was a gift from Colton.
Those are the best things in the world for welding right there. This thing is going to be... Why not?
Okay, so now
Should I show you this?
How does that come
Use it for welding.
up through the top?
Little finger mitts here. Just wrapped around your wrist.
oh, that's sweet.
Oh, right back.
Okay, so now you're gonna look through that hole, and I'm turning the torque converter. You got to find where one of the bolt holes is.
That's it.
It's gonna look like a big metal thing that comes by.
Okay, stop. Go up a little bit. Up. Stop.
Yeah. So now, you got one of those. Here, Colton. So these ones.
You got can I get the thing with a little extension on it?
Yeah, Booty, you got that? Andrea, can you grab a?
Would that be long enough?
No, I put a little extension on this thing.
I'm thinking weird, so we go right in the tank.
A little extension is not not possible. Just 15.
What would that fit in? Where would that fit in?
You may be able to until this thing.
Nobody's gonna have those around here.
You know the fittings, what it's called?
That's a number.
I think it's a 10.
Yeah, I got the first one.
That's like a 6 or an 8. That's an 8.
It's a bigger one, yeah, 6 or 8.
That's an 8.
You have something like that?
That's dash 8.
I got the first one. Want me to tighten it up?
No, so the main thing you want to do, if you tighten that one right now, if we turn it to the next one, you won't be able to get it in.
Okay,
So
great.
if you notice they're a little slotted, like they move a little, so when we turn it now, you'll see why for
Just
the next
leave it
one.
like just snug?
Yeah, just like that, yeah.
Alright. Okay, my next one's coming up. It's coming at the bottom. Keep coming.
Yeah, get it right up to the top there again.
Coming up. Coming. Keep coming. Coming. Stop. Now, this, I got 2 holes here. And I got a little red circle. It almost looks like it's marked.
Let's see. Does the bolt go in one of those holes? Like, is the thing lined up right now? Can you put it in one?
The bottom one, yes, but not the top one.
Pick whatever one that that torque converter part has to be behind it, or it won't thread, right? Okay, hold that one's.
Right there. That's might be a tricky one. Right? I see
Why?
what you mean.
Oh, like what's tricky?
It just looks like the hole in the back of the torque converter looks like it's not gonna line up right off the hop. But we'll try. There we go. I think I got it. Actually, never mind. I'm lined here.
Yep, just whatever you do, don't cross thread those ones.
Jesse, can I feed this wiring harness into?
Yep. The only thing you're gonna have to do, because there's two bodies of metal, you're gonna have to find a piece of rubber hose and cut it in half and put it around the one, like for a protector. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we only have one seal for that.
Right, and it's gonna go on the inside.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that it's protected and nothing can rub on that sharp edge.
True. And just like slice it.
Okay, so now we go to the next one.
So I'm just gonna go in and out once to make sure I got this cross.
Probably have like a
No, I wouldn't even turn by hand if it was.
Seems to go really nice. There we go. Now we go. Oh, wait a minute here.
What?
This flywheel's got a. Never mind. It was a hair.
Don't worry about
It
it.
was cracked.
Chad, this might work. Okay. Just a piece of rubber line that I can
They were coming up on one.
use as
Keep
like a
going.
protector. That's probably all right. Razor blade?
So nice. Keep going. 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 Stop.
Okay, so that one, once you put it in, we can tighten it.
For the wiring harness.
My
Cut
Andrea.
a piece of hose and slice it down through there and feed it all around the hole so it doesn't
Perfect.
chafe anything.
Yep, that's the one. So then you can tighten that one, and then you're gonna have to go back around and tighten them all. And I'm gonna go. You feel confident to do
Just
that?
have to be done with rubber.
You feel confident to do that? Okay. And just to turn it, all you're gonna do, Colton, is what I was doing down here. See this little end hole? Just pry it in there. It makes it easy for you. Make sure you get them tight.
Tight, tight.
Tight, tight. Oh.
All right, so I got the mic. Jesse's dirty, Colton's dirty, Dane's in the back dirty, Jesse's girl's dirty. Jesse's girl's doing the rubber hose around the hole. Basically, that's what we're doing right at the present moment. We'll probably just take a little chill for a second, and then we'll come right hard back on it. And thanks a lot for coming back. Really appreciate it. This is being brought to you by Atlantic Mobile Tuning. We'll be back.